Hey everyone, it's me, Stagger. As you can see, I have 4 walls surrounding me. So that means I'm safe for the most part. And I haven't really unpacked. It's been like this since December. Mainly because, I do have plans of moving out eventually, but the problem is I now officially don't know when that would be. So you're not just seeing a blank wall. I'll just do that. So some people might be thinking, where have you been? Others might be thinking, when is the video coming out that I've been waiting for? And others might be thinking, how did you get in this mess? And why did you need to stop the internet for a while? And I will be answering all of those questions. So, first of all, let's answer the last one because that's the easiest one to answer. So basically, what started the whole hiatus was actually because of taxes. Before I made that announcement, the state of Kansas actually made an announcement about basically they're increasing their taxes from 2.7 to 3.1. And that doesn't sound too bad for most people, but my paycheck definitely took a hit. It went from taking $200 a week, which first of all is not even that good of a paycheck to begin with, to $180 a week. Now, this is really bad because the way that I had it planned was that I pay my rent, which is $520 a month, and then my electricity and internet bill, which is $100 each, so that's $200. 800 minus 720 is obviously $80. 40 goes to my phone, and then the other 40 goes to my food. So I was living okay for a while. And then when you take away $80, I have to sacrifice something. I'm definitely not giving up food. So I thought the internet might be the best choice because if I get rid of my phone, then what would happen is that there could be some extreme emergency that might go on and I have no way to contact anybody, or for that matter, I would not have any kind of way of knowing that if I would have got a new job. And there's nothing, and since I live around a bunch of restaurants, there's nothing preventing me from going in there and using some of their Wi-Fi. Of course, I had to buy something first before I could use it, but the important bit is that, I had some way of accessing some kind of internet as well as ensuring that a chance that I could have a job. So essentially, my life sucks right now. I had to live into my place until November hit. And, no, not November, I'm sorry, until October hit. It was originally September, however, they gave me a pass, kinda, to live in there for an extra month. And so, because of this, I was in there till the end of October, and then when November hit, I was on my own because no one actually had any free space. There was my oldest brother was already dealing with a roommate that's been mooching off of them, and he doesn't want to evict him, I guess, for whatever reason. Then they're also dealing with their own drama because they ran out of electricity at one point, and it was just a big mess. My middle brother is over in Canada, so he's off the auction. And then, that's It's like days away from where I'm from. And then there is, of course, my mother, who was actually dealing with her own troubles at the time. And my father and I had a falling out. So he was off the market. The reason why we had a falling out was because I was causing him too much stress. Basically, because my paycheck took a dip from the tax increase, he's like, "You're no longer my son," essentially. It's like, you can't support, if you don't have the money to support yourself, you are not clearly ready to be my son, or something along the lines of that. I honestly blocked out a lot of that conversation because it was just so devastating, and I hated him ever since from that. But what's in the past is in the past right now. And so essentially, I had to, for a whole month, I just derped around. I would stay in my, I would visit my storage unit for a while, and sometimes I would even just stay after work in the break room and just take a nap. And other times I would honestly just visit other people, so that way, I have some place to stay that isn't at a workplace with blinding lights. And I'm an insomniac already, but just the idea of sleeping in a bright room, that wasn't really helpful. Plus, people aren't really considerate. They turn on the TV, or they do whatever, this and that. And some people might be thinking, well, why don't you just go to a retirement home? Or, no, not a retirement home, a homeless shelter. Jeez, they're two completely different things. The problem was that I was rejected. I made too much money, apparently. And so, because of that, they did offer if I could volunteer. But there was a problem with that too. While, yeah, volunteering can actually help me get a better job because I would see that I'm a good person or whatever. But the problem with that is that they expected me to come in during the morning, and because I work in a late shift, mornings were just not going to set well with me. Plus, it was like 3 hours away from where I work by walking, by the way. I don't drive. So because it will be 3 hours away from where I work, I can only be there I can only work from like 6 to 2, and then I had to walk all the way to work around 5, and then work all the way down to 10 because it's a part-time job, and they refused to give me any more hours, even though I clearly have my schedule wide open, hey, give me hours, but nope. No. I absolutely hate my job right now. I despise it. In fact, you know what? I don't care if I get fired for saying this, but never, ever apply for Kroger. Okay? It'll be the worst job you ever work in. And I'm also talking about its affiliates too. Dillon's, Gerber, or no, not Gerber, but Gerber's, or whatever it's called. I don't fucking care anymore. But anyway, yeah. So basically my routine for the most part was just looking for a job and basically bullshitting around people. And the only thing that kept me sane really was the fact of going into restaurants and enjoying some nice tasty food, which of course doesn't really help out with the cost of things. But when you're homeless and your new rent is only it's only a storage unit, $25 a month, then honestly, you can eat all you like. Then December hit, and my mother offered me to live with her because she has a new place, and so I was like, yeah, I can definitely use some shelter. And then I decided to take a break because, December, holidays, and whatnot. So, um, now it's January, and I have internet, and I am now a bit more comfortable in here, but of course, that also meant my finances took a big dip. Because I am going to be living with her for a while, that would also mean that I had to pay rent and also food and other amenities and whatnot. So overall, it's not necessarily the best investment I made, but for sanity reasons, I felt like it was a good idea. So, yeah. Now, here I am right here. I'm still looking for a new job, but at least I have a place to call my own, and there's someone giving me some kind of emotional support because it's been pretty hell. It's been pretty much hell for near the end of 2017. In fact, you know what? 2017 in general was just the absolute worst year I can ever imagine. Now, of course, it's worse down south in the border of America, and even some in the northern border of South America, with that hurricane, attacking, and they probably are living currently, even right now, a worse life than I am. So, you might call this just a simple millennial issue, but it is by far one of the biggest stresses I have ever dealt with in 2017. Well, really, no, just in general, period. Nothing surpasses this. But at the moment, I just want to go ahead and tell you that I'm safe now. And yeah. So now to answer the question of videos and whatnot, I did actually manage to make a few videos in between being sheltered and, well, actually, yeah, during the times I was sheltered. So, yeah, and even during the process of moving into this place here. So, what happened? So basically, you can kind of see a list of videos that I made over the time, and I will be posting them sometime either around February or March. However, I am not going to be hamstrung about this because the problem is that I felt like I might have been taking YouTube a bit too seriously, and that was just adding on to the stress because I felt like I owed you guys something in regards to videos, even though I don't get paid to do any of my videos, or for that matter, I probably actually don't even owe you guys anything. You guys are waiting for something and expecting me to do something, yes, but I'm taking my hobby way too far if it's gotten to that point. So I want to keep YouTube as a hobby. And so what I'm going to be doing for 2018, when I actually do get back into my routine, I'm going to be taking YouTube a lot less seriously and making things because I want to, not because I feel like I have to. And that's my bad. And I know that a lot of people are probably going to be disappointed to hear that, but I need it for my sanity. Enough said about that. If things do get better over time, I may actually get back into the groove of of gaming and videos and modding and crafting, because that was my thing that I was going to do for 2016. I was going to get into crafting and physical modifications and things I can actually purchase and spend money on, and learn from mistakes and whatever. That was something I planned on doing for 2017, but money was a huge issue because of my job issues. So, but yeah, who knows what the future might hold. In fact, I even thought about throwing away, well, not really throwing away YouTube, but like just slowing down on the whole YouTube thing. Like, instead of making a video once a week and twice a week and scheduling this and that, and maybe even, editing a video like my life depended on it. No. What I thought about doing was actually starting a blogspot thing and getting into typing typing stuff. And because most of my videos nowadays are more vloggy than they are actual real videos. So because of this, it's just a thought right now. And I would be getting into more typing than videos, and that would actually allow me to have more free time. And because I'm just typing words on a computer or even a phone, that would even allow me to do things a little bit faster as well. So because of all of this will actually, I feel like that this will actually be better for me than to make a video when I think of something new or have something interesting or whatever. This is so that way I can just simply type it up and be like, hey, yeah, I did this and that. And, I'll still use YouTube as kind of a platform for like advertising and whatever for the vlog or for the blog, and maybe even do videos specifically for the blog, or even make videos about the blog or whatever. But like I said, this is all just an idea because I feel like the competition of YouTube is definitely getting to me. But at the other hand, sorry, I'm switching hands because my left hand is falling asleep. On the other hand, though, I've even considered about making myself a fourth channel. And this fourth channel is actually just going to be whatever I feel like uploading. It's going to be very casual. It's something that I would just be doing because I'm bored and I just want to make a video. I even have some ideas about the future videos that I want to make, which you can actually see scrolling up through the thing, but I don't know. I'm just saying that pretty much the future of me uploading is actually unknown. And because of this, pretty much, I don't really have anything to say. But I won't quit YouTube because that's a part of my life, essentially. And I won't be, absolutely quitting, because there are actually some series that I haven't finished yet. But I will be taking YouTube less seriously, and that's definitely one of the goals that I will be heading towards. So, yeah, I know that this is probably one of the most disappointing uploads that you guys have seen. And yeah, it probably is. But life sucks, and a hiatus will be continuing on. Because if I don't, then the hiatus might turn into a quietus, for me, that is. And because of the amount of stress that I'm dealing with, YouTube is the last stress I should be focusing on. Like, it should be the last thing on the list. Like the bottom barrel. When I find a new job and I get my own place, then I might put YouTube up on a higher level. But like I said, I feel like making a blog might be better off for me because, as I've been saying, most of my videos are more bloggy than they are agile videos. Oh, and one more thing. I actually enjoy making written tutorials more than I do video tutorials. So that would be another thing about the Blogspot thing, is that everything will be written tutorial. Or I will be making a lot of written tutorials and making a video tutorial after the written one. Because if I do it reverse, like I did with 5th gen battle sprite modding, then I am completely obligated to upload the video first and then put the written instructions in the description. And it's like 25% done in regards of completion for the written guide. I mean, written guides don't really take that long anyway, but because of all the crap I'm dealing with right now, I've been on hiatus with that too, and just basically expect things to be a little bit longer. And because, as I said before, YouTube is the last thing I need to worry about right now. If I have too much on my table, a hiatus will be a quietus, and I don't want that to happen. So, anyway, again, this is probably the most disappointing update that you've heard of from me before, or even maybe in general. Well, maybe not in general, because, you know, the politics in the United States is pretty bad right now. So hearing about those updates are pretty bad, but just be patient. That's all I really gotta ask from you. For my sake. And, you know, I've always taken YouTube as a hobby, and I always felt like if you unsubscribe because you don't like a certain thing, I actually recommend it, because it's not my problem that you don't like my content. So, yeah, that's it, and I'll be seeing you.